go to sleep, I go far away. If you forgot your dreams, just remember to love. It's important to remember your dreams.
It was all a dream.
And I woke up.
What's the question?
Oh, the question. And the one question that I want to ask you is that if you could give somebody one piece of advice to better their life, what would you give? What would you tell them?
If I know.
Let go of toxic people, places, and things for good.
Thank you so much. You got anything else to say?
That's it. Let go of your trash.
Oh, thank you so much. One piece of life-changing information to the world.
I say believe in something, believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself?
And just keep, stick to that, have that tunnel vision. Just keep sticking to something and it's gonna come eventually.
Tunnel vision, thank you so much. You, sir.
Forgiveness.
I'm sorry?
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Hit him hard right between the eyes.
Hey, what's going on, woman? So I just basically want to ask one question.
Okay.
And the question is that if you could give somebody some type of information to change their life for the better, what would you tell the world?
Love yourself. Love the body that you're living in. Love the mind that you're thinking in. Love the beat that is beating in your chest. Love every fragment of yourself because it connects you to the divine. And you are divine. You are so goddamn fine.
My one question is, if you could change the world and give some type of information and knowledge, that way the rest of humanity can better themselves, what would it be?
Nothing matters except loving somebody. Walk with love and you'll be good for life.
Thank you so much. One question.
I would say transitions are a part of nature, so trust whatever you feel you need to transition to, whether that's your emotions, your gender, your sexuality, it can be your grief. Just trust transitions. Change is the only constant.
Fluid. Thank you. If you had one piece of wisdom and knowledge to share with the world so they could have a better experience, what would you tell them?
I tell them life is about happiness, I guess. Don't do shit for other people. Don't try to do things for a sense of place in the world, because the whole point is just to be happy and live. So yeah.
Thank you so much.
Don't follow the system because the system fucks you over.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Of course.
One piece of information or one tip to better their experience, what would it be?
One tip would be research.
Do some research.
Yeah, for everything, everything you encounter, research. Yeah, for real.
Thank you so much, man.
Appreciate it.
If you could give one bit of information to the world to make their life better, what would it be?
What a question. That is so tempting for me to try to appear to be a genius. No such thing. I'm not a genius.
You don't
I would say to be honest with your neighbor.
To be honest with your neighbor.
Yes. Respect him. He will respect you.
Thank you so much, sir. If you could give one bit of information to change the world and make people's experience a little bit better, what would that be?
For me, alcohol is truly bad for you.
Okay. If you could give one bit of information to change the world and make it a better place, what would you tell the world?
Everyone has to realize who they are. We're not the body. When you spend your whole life taking care of the body, you won't satisfy your soul. Only by elevating your consciousness can you find real happiness that will last even after the death of the body. That's called self-realization. The best way to do that is to chant Hare Krishna. You can show this now. Your soul to its original identity. So chant Hare Krishna. Thank you.
What would you say?
I would say, do not wait for anybody. Move on your own time.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much.
What did you say?
Be.
When you're feeling depressed, go out in the sun and you'll feel way better.
When you're really depressed, go out into the sun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Can't do that.
No. What would you tell the world?
Ooh, I'd say to live in the moment and just be grateful.
Be grateful. That's beautiful. And for you, miss?
I would say leave people better than you found them.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much, ladies. What would you say?
Oh my God, that's such a deep question. I feel like move to the beat of your own drum. Like, don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't worry about what other people are saying. Like, do what you want to do, and like, don't listen to anybody else.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Kindness.
Kindness. Just be good to people.
Empathy.
And what do we got over here, woman?
Oh, wow.
A whole bunch of good stuff.
Yeah. We got art. A lot of art.
You know, what would you tell the world, bro?
Follow your dreams. Don't take your time for granted. Whatever you have in your head, just do it. That don't mean go rob a bank, but don't let that shit sit, because any ideas that you have in your brain, they only temporary, and they actually have a time limit on it. So if you don't act on it, the universe will give your idea to somebody else.
Woo! Thank you so much, brother. Right. What would you say?
I would say be who you are, because you're destined to be here. That's it.
Thank you so much. Yeah. If you could provide information to the world to make their life and their experience a little bit better and peaceful and happy, what can you provide to the world?
It is my pleasure to say that, as it is something that I pretty much have on automatic already, as it is the ultimate answer. My ultimate answer to make your life better, as to all humans, as I'm looking at you, I'm looking at myself, it is pretty much a mirror reflection. With faith in God, first and foremost, at the top of everything, serve your craft through that faith, and through that craft, as you're serving under God, whether you're a sculptor, photographer, musician, builder of any kind, creator of any kind, or simply an encouraging person. Through that faith, serve that craft and serve the world through that craft. Share it with the world. Give them that gift that God first and foremost has given all of us, that He has planted carefully within you, as He did the soul that is within you. And as you serve, you might see that the discouragement comes from perhaps the expectation only, because the expectation is only not necessarily your thought, but the thought that was taught, or the thought that is in this world. And anything in this world is not necessarily true. To be a friend of this world means to be his enemy, and to be his enemy means to be the enemy of the world. Does that mean that you should be anti-world and against everyone and be hostile? Absolutely not. But that means, again, that even in this mad world and in every, with every imperfection that comes with it, first and foremost, you have your faith in Him at the top of everything, and through that faith you will serve your craft properly, and you will heal the people that need to be healed in this world, whether it's one person or two or more, God willing.
Haste slowly and slow rushing. When you see that thing, you're like, that's the thing I want. Right now we live in a day and age, instant gratification, instant emotional tendency, and it's like, if you rushed in 2 weeks to make 15 albums, but the time didn't exist, why wait 15 years for one album? Why wait to strive towards a perfection where you should be striving towards perfection? Nobody's trying to find perfection as a space, like a perfect hood. It's not
gratification, right, that you mentioned. That is everything that is the air today, from obvious, quick microwave scrolling. The data and the content, the quality of it is rushed, which creates an illusion perhaps that your craft should be also rushed. But there's absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, it's only right and it's only better to take time, nourish your craft, because you don't want to give a half-assed version of it. You want to make sure that before you share it and before you present it to the world, before you celebrate the Lord with it. And again, religion is man-made, but God isn't, so to be Krishna conscious is to be Jesus conscious. To be Muhammad conscious is to be Krishna conscious. To be God conscious in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so these people and these figures, as they still continue to exist today, these are simply examples of a perfect son and a daughter of God, you know, regardless of their place of origin. And what I'm learning even more, and that is an absolute fact, by the way, speaking of what would make a life of one better, I'm learning truly that the real so-called ethnicity and nationality, or race, so to speak, is in the way you act. Meaning, if you someone from Brazil, you have your brother in China, in Indonesia, and in Russia, just as well as you have your enemy in your country, right at your doorstep, who lives right across the street. Therefore, it's already been proven, and it's a fact, but people still want to pretend as if it's otherwise. The true kind is how you act, and your kind exists and scattered and is scattered all over the world.
That's a beautiful thing.
But when you are under this illusion that like, oh, my kind, you will be disappointed over and over again, because there is no such thing, and then you will keep fucking up and then thinking that the person who did you dirty, but you were expecting more because there's some kind of fake camaraderie, then you will try to find some ideology that suits your explanation why they did it, which might be the system, the oppression, etc. The whole world has some kind of enemy. Every country has some kind of enemy that they're like, yo, you know what? Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Muslims, etc. This is an ongoing thing. It's as old as day. Nothing's new under the sun. But all of it has already been done and been completely wiped off. So if you're not careful and you contribute to destruction, you will be wiped off. All of this will be wiped off. And if you contribute to building and to uplifting, as we all should be, and my man right here, I appreciate you for taking the time to even capture all of this, as it is very important.
Very important.
That is when we can even hope for any kind of change. Until then, all this is BS, all this is nonsense. The fake camaraderie based on geographical location, physical attributes, none but bullshit. Always will be.
Thank you so much, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you.